Hey, it's Tim, Pickup Truck Plus SUV Talk, and man, has it been an exciting week. I just in San Diego with Jill. We have some GMC Sierra content coming to your way. AT4X Denali Ultimate, right? Had a $635 dinner bill with 4 people at the restaurant. That's crazy too. Yeah, California, you expensive. All right, and we also had a bunch of truck news going on this week and some funny stuff that's just, well, funny. So let's go ahead and get to the news. Okay, let's kick things off as we've done the last couple weeks with Ford, because they make all these announcements all week long. And it's kind of interesting stuff sometimes when they talk about. Sometimes not so much, sometimes interesting. So here we are. I'm going to put it on the screen. We're at Ford's site. More F-150 Lightning power, payload capability, and range. But here's how they did it. So the first sentence says, seriously focused on raising the bar on this truck, including after we revealed it, so we can deliver more for our customers, said Depot. Whatever. And our drive for continuous improvement will get a big boost when we start getting feedback and ideas from customers when they receive Lightnings. Okay, so customers receive them and tell them stuff. Weird. This whole thing's weird. The improvements. The extended range battery pack produces 580 horsepower, up from 563, because 17 horsepower matters. Standard range battery pack delivers 452, up from targeted 426 ponies originally promised. So a little more power. Both packs are capable of producing 775 foot-pounds of torque, more than any other F-150 pickup. Okay, they get a quote from a customer. That's cool. They also talk about the properly equipped F-150 Lightning trucks can now haul an additional 235 pounds for a total of 2,235 pounds. So the no option work truck with bare stripper they can make it, the under $40,000 price truck, promise truck, which is actually over 40 because of the destination fees, yada yada yada. That truck can haul more stuff apparently. Now I find that fascinating because payload is the difference between usually gross vehicle weight rating and curb weight, and so unless they put it back on the scale and we're like, oh damn guys, we weighed this wrong, I don't know where they get the number from. I feel like this electric truck talk stuff, these little electric trucks coming out, the GMC or the Chevy Silverado, GMC's got one coming too, Sierra's gonna come with one, for the Lightning, Rivian kind of stuff. We're gonna go back to the days where it was like magical towing powder on trucks, where you just took and to dash a fairy dust in a truck and you got like 20 more pounds of payload and you got like 400 more pounds of towing. Remember those days? Yeah, before they went to the J2807 standard and they actually started telling the truth. Moving along, we have brains and brawn, how Ford Lightning software accurately estimates range to give customers confidence on towing. Okay, here's the deal. You can watch this cool movie. She's good on the camera, but I'll give you the breakdown. As you drive, you put in your weight of your trailer, and it calculates your distance on an app inside the truck for the charging stations and how fast or which ones you need to hit on your trip to give you confidence while you're towing for range anxiety. So ideally, if you're in an area with lots of charging stations in a row, like major town, and you're towing, you can plug this in and get different spots. And it'll tell you how far you can go before you have to hit the different charging spots. Okay, that's cool and all, but I can find gas stations right here, and I got a range to empty calculator on my truck, so I already do the same thing. But it's cool your app can do it. Moving along, F-150 Lightning chargers. We found up in Ford Authority that the Charging Station Pro. So this is the deal. When you buy the F-150 Lightning, you can get if you buy enough money or give them enough money, get the better trim level, they give you this for free. If you do not, and you want this plug, see this is a plug on the side of this truck. If you want that plug, we figured out that plug was a total of $1,310 minus your installation costs. So, interesting tidbit about that Ford F-150 Lightning is if you buy it and you don't buy the higher trim level and pay the extra money, you can buy this outright or another brand's version of this outright. It's $1,310 plus most estimates get from electricians for a variety of houses. It's about $1,000 by the time you labor, and the copper pricing is so high right now. So it's about another $2,500 when you spend that $60,000 to $80,000 or more on that F-150 Lightning. Moving along, to other EV news. This week is full of them. This really excited me because if people know this channel, I know that I'm EV curious, right? So I'm kind of okay with the idea of EVs. I don't know. But this is pretty badass. Look at the size of this truck. This is a hydrogen work truck, okay? This isn't even the coolest part. So this truck is in a mining operation in South Africa, okay? And it's hydrogen powered, which means it emits water vapors. But the really cool part with this truck is they built a solar plant there in the mine. And that solar plant, what it does is it provides electricity for electrolysis. They're splitting water and getting the hydrogen out of the water, and they're making their own hydrogen on site and fueling their own trucks. Think about that. Your mining operation in remote areas of South Africa. You can produce your own fuel on site, and you can power big trucks like these, right? I think that's pretty badass. Now, granted, they are improving the environment. You know, you have less emissions from that. You know, they're cutting their goal is to be 2030 zero emissions at some sites, whatever. But what's also, it just to me, what's really cool about that from a business standpoint, though, is you're producing your own fuel. Like you're literally, you know, they're talking about diesel as a big emissions thing in this article, you know, and they talk about how much they emit, whatever's going on. But I'm telling you, that's a good deal for companies. But the real home run is zero fuel costs. And when I think of hydrogen, I've done some fuel cell bus stuff with Toyota, and I've done their hydrogen fuel cell semi. When I think of hydrogen, once we can get the pricing down and have more availability, which is just an infrastructure issue. Oh, there's that word again. Better EVs too. So if we can get the price down and do that, and we can fuel our vehicles in the same time period it does to a gasoline vehicle, and we can have no emissions. You can go to the gas station, you can, instead of grabbing gas, diesel, you grab hydrogen, you plug it in, same amount of time, you're fueled up, you're on the road. So if they can make that work, that's pretty badass. Finally, let's get to the funny news. This is the really funny news that defies logic. All right, so in Michigan, this story happened, and you can read about let's see, it's on Auto News, but anyways. So this is funny to me. It's kind of hard, whatever. I'll get to it. This guy is a mechanic, 44 years old, has a couple kids. Unfortunately, he gets pinned against a wall as a truck takes off, or the Jeep Wrangler takes off in a dealership service area. He dies. That's the sad part. The ironic, funny part to me is the lawyer is suing the owner of the Jeep Wrangler, who wasn't even there. So basically, a kid gets in this Jeep Wrangler, doesn't know how to use a manual transmission, goes for it anyways, screws up, hits the mechanic, kills him. It's a tragedy. I give you that one, right? Accidents happen. 19-year-old kid's got to feel bad, and the dealership feels bad. Everybody's lost here. But why would the lawyer sue the owner of the Jeep Wrangler? He wasn't even in the dealership. Like how dumb have we gotten in society that let's go ahead and sue the owner of the vehicle is not even there? Just bizarre. And maybe there's more to it and the lawyer knows more stuff, but this is a hard one for me to even see in court, and I don't know. It's pretty crazy. So again, I feel my heartfelt condolences to the family involved in both sides. It's a tragedy. But that lawyer is hilarious. That guy's smoking something there in Michigan. That's what I'm saying. Let's talk more fun stuff that's going on. Let's head out to California. Jill had a rant on one of the vehicles out there, which I thought was really important to put on this show too. And if you missed the video or you see it again, it's a really good rant. Let's go and get to that.
In the back seat, you have heated seats, which I appreciate, as well as USB-C and USB-A charge ports and air vents. But what's missing back here, Tim?
Yeah, there's no controls for the person back here.
Yeah, so $82,000. $82,000. I'm just going to repeat that one more time. $82,000.
Okay, now let's talk about the news that happened on Pickup Truck Plus SUV Talk this week. What are we talking about? So you go to pickuptrucktalk.com, you can click on news, and here we go. We have the Yukon Denali Ultimate was revealed. The fully electric Ford Ranger, talked about that, as well as a battery EV. Refreshed Chevy Blazer, and then we have different EV truck race news as far as that on the homepage. I did a Q&A with Falling Lifters for a gentleman who asked me a question on email. We had the Best Lighting that went live too, and we had the Ford recall for 300,000 SUVs and Super Duty trucks because they roll away.
and that's bad, kids. Don't your truck rolling away. Moving along to the YouTube channel, we have I did the windy driving in through Wyoming, windy cold video on the Chevy Silverado. We have the GMC Sierra AT4X first walk behind and the Sierra Denali Ultimate first walk around. Phil did a cool video on the 2023 Yukon Denali. If you didn't catch that, that's the Denali Ultimate. And then we talked about Rebel Rally, and then we had earlier in this week if you haven't seen this one, $135 more a month, which is right there. I can't highlight it. $35 more a month is what GMC says customers are willing to pay for subscriptions in their truck. Yeah, talk to me about that one. And then finally we had Phil, who did a video on Sunday about 8 awesome classic trucks at a show. It's worth a watch. Really cool Studebaker in there as well.
All right, there you go. There's the news recap for this week. Sorry, I don't have a comment of the week. I was too busy flying and didn't really pay that much close attention. So I will have more for you next week. Make sure you check the videos over here. More past news recaps, website down below. As always, thanks for watching. I'll see you down the road.